Hi, my name is Louis Dawson. I work for Barrett's at Woodbridge, and in this short video I'm going to give you some useful advice on how to choose your sofa. So some things you may wish to consider when choosing your new sofa. First of all, its style. Are we looking for modern, traditional? Are we looking for an accent piece, for example a piece that will complement your existing range, or a whole new suite? We'll then talk about things like size, and we'll talk about comfort. Following this, we'll then have a little advice with regards to other options you may wish to think about. Okay, so styles. First of all, we're going to start with modern. For example, this Alston Solcombe sofa. We just take a look at this. Very simply made in the way it's upholstered. So clean, flat panels, simple details, small feet. Signature piece for a modern style. And this would go quite well if you had, for example, a semi-detached modern home. Ideal for that setting. Okay, so now we move on to traditional styles, and a great example of a traditional style is this Parker Knoll Burley sofa. Some examples of traditional styling: we have the inset panel in the arm. We have some beautiful ruching style on the arm here, where the upholstery is pulled around, attached to the piece. The inset bottom bar, and of course the brass caster. So now we move on to accent pieces. Always worth considering when ordering your furniture is accent pieces, whether you're going to have a number of pieces in your room, or whether you're going to order just one piece of furniture that may match or add a little bit of something extra to an existing suite. If you're ordering a complete range of furniture, one needs to decide whether you're going to be having the same coloured pieces, or whether you'd like to balance things out a little bit with something different, add a splash of colour, something that might just add a little bit more character to your room, and this is where an accent piece comes in very useful. One very good example of the accent piece is this Alston's Eton sofa, which you can see has a beautiful plaid style fabric with this darker slate coloured stripe, and next to it is the accent chair. The fabric colour picks that out very, very well. Totally different looking piece, but goes very well. Looks great in the room together. Okay, so on to the size of the furniture. Clearly a really important factor when choosing a piece. Obviously we want it to fit in the room, we want it to look the right size, we don't want the room looking too full, and of course we don't want your room looking too empty either, whilst of course catering for your seating needs. There are certain pieces of furniture that can make very good use of space. For example, this corner group, it's made by Alston's, the Colorado. Obviously with the two sides it will make good use of wall space and offer you plenty of seating. One other factor you can consider is traditionally many people used to have just one sofa with two chairs as the old-fashioned suite, but of course modern day, smaller homes, we are generally finding that a lot of people are moving away from having the two separate chairs, which do take up a lot of space, and instead they're replacing that with a sofa instead. So two sofas instead of one sofa and two chairs, definitely more efficient. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the size and the ergonomics of your pieces of furniture. So we'll be bringing into consideration things like back height, seat depth, and the actual seat height off the ground, and what is most suitable to fit you and give you the comfort you require. So we're now going to talk about the size and ergonomics with regard to particular size people, and the first person who's going to try one of our sofas is Vicky Barrett, one of our team here at the store, and we're just going to show you how the sofa should fit her. So this is a good example. This sofa is by Collins and Hayes, the Santolina, and as we can see it sits quite nicely up, nice and high behind her head. A lot of people do like to be able to put their head back and relax. As we can see, don't get too sleepy. We're talking about the depth of the sofa, so the calf muscle should be just touching the front cushion, and the base of the spine should be just touching the back cushion there, so she gets the correct back support. So the full leg is supported, the back has the support that it requires too, and the most important, finally so, the feet are touching the floor. Most important that your feet don't come off the floor when you're on your sofa if you're sitting in this position, simply because if your feet are too high, we'll encourage you just to slump down the sofa, which will affect the support your back gets.
How does it feel, Vicky?
Lovely.
So here's an example of a more medium height person, and here we have Jill Barrett, our company owner. What better example to have? Now, as you can see, Jill's sitting here on the Parker Knoll Denver sofa, and similar to Vicky, we can see how the sofa is working from supporting the lumbar at the back there, tucking just under the calf muscle at the front. Feet are on the floor, and because Jill's just a little bit taller, it's right behind her head there. So great support for Jill. So now we're on to the reclining chair, the chair that offers the comfort, the support, pretty much everything one could need for a chair. So today we have Dorothy with us, Dorothy Simmons. She works in our soft furnishings department for many years, and she's going to demonstrate the comfort and operation of the reclining chair. Now, reclining chairs come with different options, so you can recline the chair by using a handle, a little catch, or in this case we have an electrically operated handset for comfort and ease. Now basically Dorothy's going to show us how the chair works. So she's going to press the button which opens the chair, and you can see it's a nice smooth gentle operation which is rising the legs, and Dorothy can stop that button anytime she likes by releasing it to set the comfort of her choice. So if she continues to press that button, the football raises and then the back will drop to give the rest position, perfect for the afternoon nap. So should you suffer from any types of injuries or disabilities of any kind, it's always a little bit difficult getting out of the chair, so these chairs are great because they feature what we call a lift and tilt facility, and when Dorothy presses the button, as she does so now, we can see that the chair begins to rise. Dorothy's feet are on the floor, and she can stop that again anytime she likes once she's comfortable and ready to get out. So all she needs to do now is simply release the button and just rise from the chair. Perfect. As you can see, here at Barrett's we stock a splendid range of comfy swivel recliner chairs. Wonderful choices of leathers, very soft to the touch, very supple, together with some great wood colours for the base. The chairs adjust very easily, perfect for the afternoon nap in the conservatory. Don't worry if you can't find what you're looking for, because here we also supply a wonderful range of bespoke furniture which can be made to your measurements, to your requirements, to your size, and also to your colour. We supply a range of seat interiors that offer different comfort levels, different fabrics from a wide variety of suppliers, Harlequin, Sanderson, just to name but a few. We can colour the furniture to match with your scheme at home, make it just how you want. Special sizes, any requirements, not a problem. The furniture handmade by craftsmen in British factories from Covercraft and Collins and Hayes. When choosing your furniture, it's wise to consider that there are different types of interiors that can be used in the cushions that can affect its feel and support. For example, here we have a cushion which is filled with a hollow fibre which is spun into clusters. The clusters have a springy action, which means that whilst letting you in, similar to the effect of a feather, they also bounce back and return back to shape, meaning you don't have to care for them so much as you used to. So really quite a versatile material to use in your interiors, which is widely used by most manufacturers these days. Other materials include feathers. Feathers are sometimes used on back cushions, rarely on seat cushions. They provide extreme comfort and softness, but of course one must bear in mind that feathers do require high maintenance because of course feathers can settle, but if you like softness they're certainly worth considering. And then finally we have the cold cure foam. Much harder wearing than the foams that we're used to in life, to clean things, etc. These foams are formed in a mould rather than cut from a sheet, where the molten fluid that makes the foam is injected into the mould, expands to the edge of that mould, and then back builds and becomes far more dense. So it provides a really heavyweight foam. This foam is also used in car seats as well as other applications, and with most suppliers carries a 10-year guarantee. So very, very durable and suitable for those who prefer the firmer feel. And of course, don't forget that we at Barrett's also offer a design advice service where we will actually bring some furniture to your home, try it in the room, help you measure up and choose the ideal piece for the setting. And of course, don't forget that we at Barrett's will of course do, and of course don't forget that we at Barrett's offer the free at-home access service. No, that's wrong.